Kwinganawalomwa, Éenda shihsuwanakuw, Kristin Jacobs, Ashinzion, Shuk Éenda Hilanixion, Ni Namanitoi, Ashinzion, Loanachin, Ochque, Wunjiiyayuw, Eelunaapeewi Lahkeewiit. My English name is Kristin Jacobs, and my spirit name is Northwind. And I have my son Barry here too. I can say hello.
Hello.
Were we just going to go right into the story, Susan?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
And I think Maria, you're sharing the slides. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. So you could go maybe right to the third slide, please. There we go. Good.
Okay, so this is a story called Éenda Pumchéhlayeengw Lakehead Shkoolíikaan. And it's a story that I wrote in, I think I was in our third year of the Indigenous Language Instructor Program at Lakehead. And we had a group of students from our community, 5 of us, that had attended school there 4 summers, learning how to teach our language as a second language. And one of our assignments was to write a story. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to write about, I wanted something that I was going to be able to possibly use in my teaching, and did a lot of kind of talk, like everyday talk, like how a student might tell me about their weekend or a trip that they went on. So I have the story here. And I'll just start by reading the story in Munsee, and then I'll go back through it and kind of share the translation to it. You want to switch the slide? Okay. So my acknowledgements are Anishik to my Lenape language teacher, Diane Snake, and to my Lakehead language instructor, Dr. John O'Mara, for their guidance and help in completing this short story. I also have Anishik Niguk, Nakaguma Nawichumuk. Thank you to my mom. She's always helping me. I give thanks to my teacher, Diane. She is our first speaker of our language, and she's been working with a group of ladies for the last 10 years or so. And we worked with her. It started out as a program for our community members, and it had started out with 21 participants, and I had joined a year into the program, and there were 6 left at that time. So it was a really big commitment to, I guess for some people, kind of put your life on hold and really dive into the language and be able to sit with our speaker daily. And then be able to go to school in the summer, in July. The first 2 summers, we just went, the students, there was myself and 3 other ladies and another male, Lyle. And the 3rd summer, Diane came with us, and she stayed with some of the ladies. I'd always brought my children with me, and my mom would take a month off work at that time so that she could come and watch my kids for me. I was the only one with really small children at that time. But we really enjoyed having our teacher there with us the 3rd and 4th summers, and I was able to go through my story with her, and she would make corrections and tell me where I needed work. And we're also thankful to have Dr. John O'Meara as our one of our instructors for the linguistic part of the language. So we were really grateful to our community for encouraging us in learning our language and encouraging us to become teachers. So I'm a teacher today at Naahii Ridge Elementary in Ridgetown, where the students from our community attend. And I teach grades 1 through 8. And we also have our language in our high school program and the kindergarten program in our community and our early years Head Start programs. So I'm going to go into the story. You can go to the next slide. Haashniipnoe and Equi Shkoolíikaan, Dalamasina and Kichi Pepe Takwik. Ninohum alumso and Alokat Gwit Kishok. Naskahanjo Shneepwee and Sokalong de Sheenzi, Inawak Berry Stonefish. Niha Delnapawi Wak Weembat Dind Heekdom. Eelunaapeewi Lahkeewiit wunjiiyayuwak Dami Minzi Weekjow. Ní guk quachi hilanikso, nakashinzo loanachen ochgwe, Inawak Kristin Jacobs. Ní guk hawa sheshko holoas. Ní lona dathna and kichi pepe takwik le. Guk shkoolíikaan au, alkatanita hilanik seatwalk akakingat. And amwawi Niipaahum gishiki. Iasqua Munsee-Delaware Nilona Namawa Lahna Ali Anji Gataman. Naljin Lapich Knawaloma Ni Josamakwak Nikalango Matit. Ni Gukduk Walaskani Tach Tikal Aahaasuwi Mehmalawi Tasikil Wak Pasha Bambilak. Nuichmau Nachismus Jacob Peep in the Minnow Mehmalawi Tasikil. Ta ali nakwakil katapatak. And the shayachan nilona alumi lahna. Nal enda ni bunga and the kichi pepe takwik. Dil cha lahna ich. Ni guk duk ni shachkamau dil cha lahna ich. Shayawi kishkwik and the Pumchéhlayeengw Michigan tele. Michigan hotanji kanang ahtao. Gata gila Kmart, al kahanayan khali shilpil, ali anji gatamon. Namahlawawak ich WWE kwakchi nakasak. Pitat ich namahlaman wunj Jacob. Guilahna al kata namitsiana Grayling, Michigan tele. Namahlawawak nishuak kwachi nakasak wak Jacob mahlawawal kalshul. Nalguilahna Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Nigukwak ninohum nakawa ahashta Pumchéhlayeengw. Gutashta hakalakika Sault Ste. Marie and Ayang. Nalgukatatam pizzash dinalihna. Nilona jiwa sanihna. Ayaska dohki lawana kitayapaya. Nalkishkwik dilchalatna kito taning tele. Naminal khwali bisel sipowol wak kwanawangakil. Beninawawak mitquakwak ahasak. Ni gukam li tahaw tasa a nawawana namoso wak makwa. Nilona guilachna wunj alachiimuwak ich. Niwak Jacob gedak gilachna. Bisang dakpina. Kwaikishkwik mocha awan yon tele. Jacob was shaipa malawiso. Gukwak no hum pamisoak. Nalguilach na wawa. Namitsina subway kwachmang tele. And ami minzak malawisitit. Ni guk o kikamalawisimu ich na cash. Nuingaw sina ha. Nilona giskoawana whiskey josamak. NEEKAAWA Shkoolíikaan. Nilona Dalamasina Wawa, Niwak Jacob Mokawina Galang Tele, Nidokiwa Guk Kuchimolak, kteekhiikeew, Iachlita how tasa a nawawana namoso, Ninoham duk kteekhiikeew, Nal guk nawawo moso, Namus mitso michasko pamichi aaning, Namus now kona wa pamata kilau kopi tele. Magutakawiwi namoso. Wena piskeka wakuk o, nilona wena anda kichi pepetakweek batna. Now au huchikawit lino. Nawawiton wena anda kichi pepetakweek batna. Nishashtahakala kika eyeng. Nilona jiwasani na shukwalalindameng. Namahlaminnan meechwakin nal dulchalachna Lakehead Shkoolíikaan. Nawiki na ich yontele wunj gut kishok, watmaguk mawi shkoolít. Niich dam a mi minzui shkoolíikaan and a Niipaahum wagata now au howi josamak. Gukich watamalokaw nakash nilona yontele. Lapich Wikayeengw Sandy Lake House. Jacob Witapomawo no mo Watamanilona Shkoolíikaan Datna. Éenda Pumchéhlayeengw Whiskey Wikayeengw Jacob O. Maha Nilona Wikayeengw Gatanoham Wikit. Jacob Mechhakwilo Mawo Wama Oan. Matani, Nawawiton Nilona Ich, Nawingaw Sina Watama Yontele. Nawawiton Al Kahanayan Whiskey Josamak, Wakumeda na Lake Helen and Maawehleewak, Wakela Ahwalak and Akichi Papatakwik. Now, if you want to go back to slide 3, I believe. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you could go ahead to 5. Okay, so the translation, Hashni Panoi, every summer, and Ekwi Shkoolíikaan, when school's finished, Dalamasina and the Kichi Papatakwik. We leave for Thunder Bay. Ninoham alumso and eelohkeet gut kishok. My grandma takes off 1 month of work when we go. So like I was saying, my story is from my son Barry's point of view, as if he's writing the story about when we go to Lakehead every summer. You can go to the next slide. Nashkahanjo Shneepui and Sokalang Dashinsi. My name is the little boy who stands in the rain. Inawak Berry Stonefish, or you can say Berry Stonefish. Nihadilnaapeewi Lahkeewiit din Hiktam. I am Lunaape and I am 10 years old. Eelunaapeewi Lahkeewiit wunjiiyayuwak dami Munsee week chow. I'm from Delaware Nation and I'm Wolf Clan. Niguk Pumchéhlayeengw. My mom is trying to speak her language. Nakashinzo Loanachen Ofkwa, Kristin Jacobs. Her name is Northwind, or you can say Kristin Jacobs. Nigukaawa Shkoolíikaan. My mom is a teacher. Nilona Dachna and Akichi Papatakwik Le. We go to Thunder Bay. Guk Shkoolíikaan Au, where my mom goes to school, Niipaahum Akakingat, so that she can speak good Delaware and teach. And Amwawi Niipaahum Gishiki. So when it was July, or in this case, Amwawi Niipaahum Honeybee Moon, Gishiki, I was born. Iasqua alumsiangua. Before we leave, Nilona Namawalahna Ali Anji Katman. So before we leave, we all gather for my birthday. Nalzeen Lapichkanawalomo, Ni Josamakwak, Nik Elongomatit. I say goodbye to my friends and my family. Ni Gukduk, Wulaskanach Tikel, Ahakwingle. My mom tells me to pack my clothes, Mahmalawita Sikil, walk Pasha Pumbilak, my toys, and bring some books. Nuichama Nachismus Jacob. I help my little brother Jacob, peep in the middle, Mahmalawita Sikil, ta alinakwakil katapatak. So I help my little brother Jacob pick out some toys that he likes that he wants to bring. And the shayachan nilona alumi lahna. We are gonna leave first thing. Na enda nipang and a kichi papa takwik dilcha lahna etch. So in this summer, we're gonna drive to Thunder Bay. Ni guk duk, ni shakmau dilcha lahna etch. My mom says it's gonna take 2 days to drive there. Shayawi Kishkwik and a Pumchéhlayeengw, Michigan Tile. On the first day, we drive through Michigan. Michigan, Huatanjikanang Atao. So Michigan is in the United States. Gatagila, Kmart, where we want to stop at Kmart, or I want to stop at Kmart. Al Kahanayan Huali Shilpil, because I have lots of money. Ali Anji Katumwan, because from my birthday. Namahlawawak ich WWE Kwachi Nakasak. I want to buy, or I'm going to buy WWE wrestlers. Pita ich Namahlaman Quackwunj Jacob. I might buy something for Jacob. Guilachna al Kata Namitsiana Graylung, Michigan Tile. We stop and eat at Grayling, Michigan. Namahlawawak Nishuak Quack Chinakasak. I buy 2 wrestlers, walk Jacob Mahlawawal Kalshul, and Jacob buys cars. Nalguilachna, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Next, we stop at Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Nigukwak ninoham nakawa ahashta Pumchéhlayeengw. So my mom and my grandma, they take turns driving. Gutash tahakalaki Sault Ste. Marie. So it's 6 o'clock and ayang, like when we get to Sault Ste. Marie. Nalguk katatam pizzash dinalina. My mom got pizza for dinner. Nilona jiwasanina. We were tired. Ayaski doki lawana kitayapaya. So we have to wake up early and leave in the morning. Nalkishkwig dilchalachna kito tanning tile. That day we drive through Canada. Naminal Huali Biso. I see lots of lakes, Sipowal rivers, Wakwinawangekil, and mountains. Beni Nawawak, Meetquakwak Ahasak. And I also see trees and crows. Ni gukum tahaw, tasa a nawawana. My mom says maybe we'll see namuso wak makwo. Maybe we'll see a moose or a bear. Nilona guilahna wunj alachimayangich. We stopped to rest. Niwak Jacob Gatatakilahna. Me and Jacob run. Bisang dapina. We're at a lake. Kwaikishkwik mocha awanyon tule. On this day it's really foggy. Jacob washaipa maloiso. Jacob plays along the shore. Gukwak no humpamiswak. And my mom and grandma are walking. Nalguilak na Wawa. Next, we stop in Wawa. Namit Sina Subway Quachamang Tile. We eat Subway outside and Ami Minzak Malawasiti at the kids' park. Niguk O. My mom says, Kika Malawasina Ich Nakash. You can play for a little while. Noingao Sina Ha. We had fun. Nilona Giskoawana Wuski Josamak. And we met some new friends. Banakawash Gahanjoshak. And they were little boys too. Nilona Dalamasina Wawa. Then we leave Wawa. Niwak Jacob Mokawihna Galang Tule. Me and Jacob fell asleep or go to sleep in the car. Ni doki wakuk kuchimolak. I woke up and my mom said, kteekhiikeew, take a picture. Iachli how tasa on now awan on the moso. She still thinks we're gonna see a moose. Ni nocham duk kteekhiikeew. My grandma tells me, take a picture. Nal guk wanawawal muso. Then my mom saw a moose. The moose meet so michaskol pamichi aning. The moose was eating grass along the road. The moose now gonna walk pamata kilo kopitale. The moose saw us and then ran in the bush. Magatak hawi we namoso. And I didn't get a picture of the moose. Wena piskeka wakuk o. Nilona wena and the kichi papa takwik batna. It was almost evening and my mom said, we're almost to Thunder Bay. Now I'll huchikawi lino. I see the sleeping giant. Noawi ton when anda kichi pepe takwik batna. I know that we are almost to Thunder Bay. Nishash tahakalakika ayang. It's 7 o'clock when we get there. Nilona jiwasanitna shukwalalindamang. We are tired, but we're happy. Namatluminan michwakan. We buy food, nal dilchalakna Lakehead Shkoolíikaan. And then we drive to Lakehead. Nuikina itchiontele. We'll live here. Wunj gut kishok for 1 month watamaguk mowi shkoli while my mom goes to school. Niich dam ami menzui shkoolíikaan and Niipaahum. I'll go to the little kids' school where I'll speak language, walk, gatanawaw howi josamak, and I'll get to see my old friends. Guk ich watamaloka nakash nilona yontele. My mom will be very busy while we're here. Lapich wikayang Sandy Lake House. We're going to stay in Sandy Lake House again. Jacob witapo mawo nochmo watama nilona shkoolíikaan datna. Jacob will stay with my grandma while we go to school. Éenda Pumchéhlayeengw Lakehead. Jacob O. So when we walk into our new house, Jacob says, Maha nilona wikayang. This isn't our house. Gatanoham wikit. I want grandma's house. Jacob mechakwi mawo wama wen. Jacob misses everyone, or Jacob already misses everyone. Matani, but not me. Noawi ton nilona ich noengaw sina waktama yontele. I know that we're gonna have fun while we're here. Noawi ton al kahanayan whiskey josamak. I know that I'll have new friends. Wagume dachna Lake Helen and Lati, and we always go to Lake Helen powwow. Wakela ahwalak and Kichi pep etakwik. And I just really love Thunder Bay. So that was a story. And that story was written, I believe, in 2018. So it's been some time. Barry was 10 years old at the time, and he's here today. He'll say hello in a minute. So Kwaikishqueak today, ni mechki shkoolíikaan eelohkeewak in Lakehead today. I'm all done my schoolwork at Lakehead. Ni dindaloke at Naahii Ridge Elementary, Lichtown ang Tulay. I work at Naahii Ridge Elementary in Ridgetown. Dakakiimawak katami minzana Niipaahum. And I teach our children to speak Delaware. Ni shkoolíikaan and my schoolwork. So this was something that I made when we were at Lakehead. It says Akakingatit Eli Pumchéhlayeengw. And Akakingatit is like the ones who are our teachers. Ali Pumchéhlayeengw for life. So I kind of did it in the shape of our medicine wheel, and that starts at the red Katami Minshina. So those are our babies. Katami Minzina, our children, and the yellow Kochana, Kukana, those are our parents, and Kumohomsana and Kokmana are our grandparents. So that was a little kind of something that we did. One how Barry, KIHTAACHIIMUWAK. So this is Barry today. Let's see. You want to say hello, Barry?
Hi.
Barry among Piquao. He plays loud music. Naahii, he's a musician. And Barry within Hikdom Nishash Tachanika. He's 17.
Turning 18.
Bahut Hashtahanika, almost 18. Oh, you can go to the next one. NEEKAAWA. So this is us today. Jacob within Hikdom Gutanika. He's 11. And yeah, so they've definitely grown a lot since our Lakehead days. And next one Jack Bean, or Enoch Jacob. I was thinking of some of the things that have changed in the story. We have July as Amwawi Kishok, or Amwawi Niipaahum, honeybee moon. Today we call it Lalokilashi Kishok, the raspberry moon. So that might be something that I change. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this story because it's a good reminder of the, I guess, my language journey, how I became a teacher. My children were involved, my family was involved, the community was involved. And I feel like we had a really good support system for wanting to become speakers. I've been at my school now, I think since 2015. And they kind of slowly took time away from me. When I first got hired, it was only supposed to be 4 days a week, and then it was 4.5, and then I was full time, and so it just like slowly took away my time with Diane. But I still ask her lots of questions today. I'm really happy that she can text and email and do all that, and we're just really fortunate to still have her. She's still working with the ladies from when I first started. We all have different roles in our community, but yeah. If anybody has any questions.
Can I ask a tiny question? Kristin, one of the things that I've always thought was so interesting is that, your language, you teach people of all ages, but at the school, you teach the youngest. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit about teaching the youngest ones, because that seems to be so, so, so important, because that's where the kind of the seeds of language are planted for the next generation. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about that.
So my youngest grades, my grades 1 to 3, I see them twice a week, and I focus a lot on singing. We don't do a whole lot of word work like being able to read words and things like that. We focus more on speaking, and once they get to grades 4 through 8, then I can see them 3 to 4 times a week. And some of those classes are anywhere between 40 minutes to 60 minutes. And sometimes they even work it out where I'll get them for a double period one year. And that's always great because then we have lots of time. It don't feel like we just start something and then it's time to go. But yeah, I love what I do. I teach our language, and then plus I'm also in our kindergarten room. Our students go to school about 10 to 15 minutes outside of our community. And we have our own kindergarten. So when students come to me in grade 1, the students from our kindergarten will have had language for the past, like since they were in daycare. A lot of them start right 2 years old, and then I get them when they're 5 or 6. So they've had a few years of language, and then we kind of give the students the option of whether they want to take French or English or French or Delaware as their second language. And that option is open to everybody. So I always get a few students from our school's kindergarten program join in. So we kind of all learn, they have to learn together. And I feel like that really builds bridges for the future with our students. And yeah.
Jake, any questions or anybody want to comment?
Hey, Kristin.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you so much, Kristin. That was lovely. Hi, Barry. Good to see you again.
I'm out.
All right, that's all.
Bring it
Hey,
out, Miles.
it's Stephanie. I just wanted to say thank you. Like, this is my first time at the story time, and that was really awesome. That was intense, and I really enjoyed that. And I just want to say thank you. Honestly,
Yeah.
I like the way you tell the story from your son's point of view. Like, it's really interesting to think about writing a story where it's not coming from the usual spot. That adds to it. Lisa Webster?
So thank you for the story. This is fun. I'm just sort of listening and trying to get the language and the vowels. And I was wondering, is Lunaape very close to Cree at all? Is it very similar, or is it very, very different? Because it has the same little bit of a feel to it. So I was wondering if it was very similar at all.
We do share some similar words, like I would say more closer to Anishinaabe, but
Okay, yeah.
when we went to school, we had to go way up north, 18 hours away drive. And a lot of the students were speakers from there, and some of them had a mix of Ojibwe and Cree. I think they called it Oji Cree or something. I think, yeah, we do. We have some similar words, like we say Dishinzi, they say Dishnakas, Amok, Amik, we say Mach for bear, Makwa. There's lots of little, I feel like it's the same sounds almost.
Yeah, it's very similar from what I've learned from both Anishinaabe and a little bit of Cree sounding. So it's, but as to say, it's very different than, say, the Mohawk that I'm learning as well. So it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, that is very different.
Yeah, very different. Anyway, thank you for putting this together. I'm very much enjoying it and very appreciative.
Anybody else? I'm gonna ask a really trivial question. Do you have a sense, Kristin, of some of the reasons why Niipaahum has come to be called instead Raspberry Moon? Like, what was the thinking in the
I
change?
believe they were based on the moons of our big house back in the 1700s. And then some of them, I guess, were more suited to, I guess, our community today and what's happening during those times. Yeah, because there's a few moons that, like, I remember Wapsui Lawi Wakmi Haskell Niipaahum, the grass and geese moon. Was April, and we say Chkwali Kishok now. Kishok also means a month, moon, and sun. And I believe March was Aahaasuwi Niipaahum, crow moon, and we say Asinamiinji Kishok, maple syrup moon. So yeah, there's a few that have changed for the good.
I see.
But I think using either or is totally like it really depends on where you live and what's happening in that time, I feel like.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.